Do you feel like your bones are getting weaker? That your joints no longer have the same firmness as before? The silent pain that appears in your knees, fingers, or lower back might not be just a sign of aging. It could be a clear signal that your body is losing collagen at an accelerated rate. And the worst part, this happens long before you even notice it. Studies showed that after age 50, the body produces less than half the collagen it did in youth. And this loss doesn't only affect the appearance of your skin, it eats away at your mobility, affects your posture, harms your muscle strength, and may be one of the invisible causes behind the constant pain that keeps limiting you. But there is news that could change all of that. Certain foods, scientifically proven, have the power to reactivate collagen production in your body. And we're not talking about expensive supplements or miracle formulas. We're talking about common, accessible foods, many of which are already in your kitchen, but that you probably never knew how to use the right way. In this video, you will discover 10 foods rich in collagen and its precursors, which help rebuild cartilage, protect bones, and eliminate joint pain. And there's more. One of these foods is the largest natural source of collagen on the planet. But 99% of seniors have no idea how to prepare it properly, and when they do use it, they end up throwing away precisely the most powerful part. By the way, if you value this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because we're here for you and for the people you love. Our mission is to reveal what few talk about, but what can transform your health. And leave a comment below, where are you listening from today? I want to see who's part of this select group. The group that doesn't accept aging as a sentence, but chooses to face time with wisdom, knowledge, and action. Food 1. Bone broth. It's old-fashioned, inexpensive, homemade, and still, almost no one imagines that it can be one of the most powerful weapons against joint pain and bone mass loss. Bone broth, made from beef, chicken, or even fish bones, is an exceptional source of bioavailable collagen. In other words, collagen that the body can actually absorb and use. During slow cooking, which can last from 8 to 24 hours, the bones release collagen types I, II, and III, as well as essential minerals like calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, and even traces of glucosamine and chondroitin, substances widely used in the treatment of joint wear. But that's not all. The broth also provides amino acids like glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, which act as the building blocks for endogenous collagen, the kind your own body produces. When consumed regularly, this food can increase bone density, improve joint elasticity, and reduce chronic inflammation, especially in the knees, fingers, and lower back. For seniors suffering from osteoarthritis, pain while walking, or morning stiffness, the benefits can be noticeable in just a few weeks. The best way to consume it is warm, on an empty stomach, or before bed, like a medicinal tea. You can also use it as a base for soups and risottos. And there's no need to worry about the difficulty of preparation. Just cook the bones with vinegar and vegetables, strain, and store. The ingredients may already be in your fridge, and the preparation is simpler than it seems. But an important note, people with severe kidney problems or on protein-restricted diets should consult a specialist before adopting daily consumption. Aside from that, for most seniors, this broth is a true fuel for worn joints and bones that need reinforcement. Now, if you think you already know the right foods for your joints, the next item will surprise you because it doesn't contain collagen. But it can multiply the effects of everything you eat to rebuild bones and cartilage. Food 2. Boiled egg with the shell membrane. Yes, you read that right. The egg, that food almost everyone has at home, can be a goldmine for those who want to restore joints and protect their bones. But the secret isn't just in the white or the yolk. It's in a part that 99% of people throw away without knowing. The thin film that sticks to the shell. This film, known as the eggshell membrane, is rich in type 1 collagen, hyaluronic acid, chondroitin, and glucosamine, a natural cocktail for painful joints. By boiling the egg and carefully removing the inner membrane from the shell, you can dry it and grind it into powder to use in small amounts with lemon juice or in recipes. It might sound strange at first, but many seniors report reduced joint pain and improved mobility after including this practice a few times a week. The collagen contained there is especially useful for joints that suffer repetitive impact, such as knees, ankles, and hips. And the best part, it's a free resource you would normally discard. In addition, the egg itself is a complete food that supports collagen production in the body. The yolk is rich in vitamin D and biotin, which are essential for calcium absorption in the bones and tissue regeneration. The egg white provides albumin, a high-quality protein that supports collagen synthesis, especially when combined with vitamin C in other meals. But caution, the eggshell membrane must be well cleaned before consumption. Avoid eggs with cracks or of questionable origin. And if you have an egg allergy or a history of digestive sensitivity, it's best to start with minimal amounts or consult a professional. Did you already know about this eggshell membrane secret? If so, tell me in the comments if you've ever tried using it or if this tip surprised you. I read everything and like to know what really makes a difference for you. And get ready, because the next food is even more unexpected and plays a silent role in forming the structural base of the collagen your body needs, especially after 60. Food 3. Chicken skin roasted or boiled, not fried for many years. Chicken skin was demonized. They said it was bad for the heart, that it was pure cholesterol, and should be discarded. But current science is showing a very different reality, especially for those over 60 who feel the effects of joint wear in their bodies. Chicken skin, when prepared the right way, can be one of the most concentrated sources of type 1 and 3 collagen, the most important types for rebuilding connective tissues, strengthening tendons, and improving the elasticity of skin and joints. When you eat roasted or boiled chicken skin, avoid the fried version. You're consuming a good amount of glycine, an essential amino acid for collagen synthesis in the body. This collagen is responsible for keeping cartilage hydrated, firm, and resistant to the constant friction that happens when you walk, climb stairs, or carry weight. For those with chronic pain in the knees, shoulders, or hips, regular intake of collagen from chicken skin can bring real functional relief, not just temporary. Another plus, unlike many expensive supplements, chicken skin is affordable, tasty, and natural. When well seasoned and oven roasted with herbs, it becomes a crispy snack that, besides being delicious, delivers structural nutrients your body is begging to receive. Now, of course, moderation is essential. Avoid consuming it in excess, especially if you have cardiovascular issues or very high triglyceride. The ideal is to include small portions 2 to 3 times per week, always paired with a diet rich in antioxidant vegetables, which help protect collagen from early degradation. If you're one of those who always threw the skin away, you might be wasting exactly what your body needs most today. And get ready, because the next food may help collagen reach the right place at the right time. Few people know this, but it speeds up the transport and fixation of collagen in the bones and joints. Food for red bell pepper. It may seem like just a colorful vegetable in your salad, but red bell pepper hides one of the most strategic functions for those looking to regenerate joints and rebuild bones. It activates collagen. This happens because red bell pepper is among the richest natural sources of vitamin C, even more than many citrus fruits. And without vitamin C, your body simply can't produce collagen. It's like having the bricks, but not the cement to build the wall. The vitamin C in bell pepper acts directly on the synthesis of endogenous collagen, the kind your body makes from the proteins and amino acids you consume. Without this vitamin, the collagen you get from the previous foods won't be properly used. That's why eating red bell pepper, along with collagen sources like eggs, chicken skin, or bone broth, greatly enhances the effects of those sources. In addition, red bell pepper contains carotenoids, like lycopene and capsanthin, which help reduce inflammatory processes in the joints, improving tendon lubrication and protecting against early cartilage wear. In other words, it not only stimulates collagen formation, but also protects the structures that depend on it. The best way to consume it is raw, in salads or lightly sautéed in olive oil. Overcooking may reduce part of the vitamin C, so the ideal is to include it fresh at least once a day, especially in meals that contain protein. If you've been taking care of yourself, consuming broths and collagen-rich foods, but you're not seeing the expected results, the problem might be here. Without enough vitamin C, your body halts collagen construction like an abandoned worksite. Have you been through this? Feeling like you're eating well, but the results don't show up? Tell me in the comments. This could help a lot of people going through the same situation. And in the next food, we'll talk about an ingredient rarely used by seniors, but which contains a key amino acid to restore bone health and reduce inflammation that prevents collagen from working as it should. Food 5. Fermented tofu. This is probably the most underestimated food on the list. Many people ignore it, thinking it's bland or just for vegetarians. But fermented tofu carries a rare combination of benefits that can transform how collagen functions in your body, especially if you're over 60, because it is one of the best natural sources of lysine, an essential amino acid that the body cannot produce on its own, but is vital for collagen formation. Without lysine, collagen loses its stable structure, becoming less effective in rebuilding. The tissues that support bones and joints, it's like building a bridge with weak cement. The lysine in fermented tofu, on the other hand, helps stabilize already formed collagen fibers and facilitates their absorption by connective tissue, which can accelerate the regeneration of damaged cartilage. Moreover, since it's fermented, tofu contains natural probiotics that support gut health. And this isn't a minor detail. A healthy gut absorbs nutrients that sustain bones much better. If you consume collagen, vitamin C, and calcium, but have digestive problems or poor absorption, much of these nutrients could be going to waste, and fermented tofu helps solve that. From within that, it's also rich in compounds that help preserve bone density, especially in postmenopausal women when estrogen levels drop and bones become more vulnerable to osteoporosis. If you suffer from wrist pain, bone fragility, or frequent fractures, including fermented tofu can be a smart choice. What's the best way to consume it? In small portions, as a side to salads, soups, or rice. It has a strong, slightly salty flavor and pairs well with olive oil, herbs, and even citrus-based sauces. And contrary to what many think, it doesn't have to be eaten raw nor require elaborate dishes. One small cube a day can already make a difference. Few seniors know this, but the next food is even rarer, and its function is to protect the collagen you already have, preventing it from breaking down prematurely. If collagen is the brick, what comes next is the invisible shield that prevents it from wearing out. Food 6. Purple grapes with skin and seeds. Yes, they're sweet, small, and easy to eat. But what almost no one realizes is that inside the skin and seeds of the purple grape, there's a compound that could be the greatest natural defender of the collagen your body produces, resveratrol. This antioxidant acts like a molecular shield that protects collagen fibers from premature aging, inflammation, and free radicals, which, over the years, act as true destroyers of joints, cartilage, and bones. And the best part, resveratrol not only prevents collagen breakdown, but also indirectly stimulates its production by activating enzymes related to cell regeneration and bone renewal. For people over 60, this means less stiffness upon waking, more ease while walking, and better lubricated joints with a lower risk of micro-injuries during everyday movements. But the grape must be consumed with its skin and, whenever possible, with the seed, because it's precisely in these parts that the greatest treasures for your bones are found. The pulp contains natural sugar, of course, so moderation is essential. A daily portion of 10 to 15 grapes is enough to activate the benefits, especially when combined with foods rich in vitamin C and collagen, like bone broth or chicken skin. And for those wanting a bonus, resveratrol also protects the heart, improves circulation, and supports cognitive function. You can add purple grapes to salads, plain yogurt, or eat them on their own as an afternoon snack. But avoid industrial juices or versions without skin and seeds. They lose almost all of their protective effects. If you want variety, you can also include cold-pressed, unsweetened, whole purple grape juice, as long as it's in small quantities. Many people think collagen is only gained through supplements, but the truth is that protecting the collagen you already have is just as important, if not more, than producing it. And that brings us to the next food, which works exactly where most seniors feel the greatest weakness. It helps fix calcium in the bones and maintain bone structure, resistant to the passage of time. Food 7. Sardines with spine. Few foods are as complete for bone health as canned sardines with spine. And yes, it's precisely the part that many people throw away, the soft white spine that offers the greatest benefit. It's extremely rich in bioavailable calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and natural vitamin. These combination is essential not only for strengthening bones, but also for anchoring collagen to bone and joint structures. In other words, there's no point in consuming collagen if it doesn't find a solid mineral base to attach to, and that's where sardines come in strong. In addition to minerals, sardines provide a high amount of omega-3, which is anti-inflammatory, protects against joint wear, and helps maintain the natural lubrication of cartilage, reducing pain and increasing flexibility. For seniors with a history of osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, or morning stiffness, including sardines 2 to 3 times a week can lead to a noticeable improvement in mobility and energy. The most interesting part, unlike expensive supplements and synthetic formulas, sardines are affordable, practical, and ready to eat. You can eat them straight from the can with olive oil and lemon. Add them to warm salads, homemade PTs, or even in hot dishes like pies and rice. The key is not to remove the spine or wash them excessively, as that's where the highest concentration of calcium and natural collagen is found. Some people turn up their nose at the stronger taste or smell, but this can be overcome with natural seasonings and creative combinations. Sardines also contain selenium and coenzyme Q10, which act as antioxidants, protecting collagen from degradation caused by oxidative stress. Important: always choose sardines in olive oil or water, avoiding those preserved in refined oils or sauces high in sodium. And if you have kidney problems or need to control phosphorus intake, moderate consumption, or consult a professional. If you already eat sardines but always remove the spine, now you know what you might be missing. And speaking of loss, the next food is one of the main causes of collagen waste in the body, but at the same time, it can become a powerful ally if prepared the right way. And it's in most refrigerators, ready to be used or ruined. Food 8. Whole grain bread with natural berry jam, no added sugar. Yes, this combo might seem like a simple breakfast, but it holds a powerful secret for your bones if prepared correctly. Many people eat bread with jam as a routine habit, without realizing that this might be one of the most decisive moments of the day to activate or sabotage collagen in the body. The key here lies in the choice of ingredients. When you choose real whole grain bread with seeds and grains and combine it with a sugar-free berry jam, you are creating a highly favorable environment for collagen protection and synthesis. Berries like blackberry, blueberry, raspberry, and strawberry are rich in anthocyanins, antioxidant compounds that block the action of free radicals responsible for destroying collagen fibers. They also contain natural vitamin C, which, as we've already seen, is essential for the body to produce collagen from scratch. Real whole grain bread, not the fake versions with food coloring, provides zinc and magnesium, two minerals that help fix collagen and calcium into the bones, strengthening internal structure and preventing fractures. The problem: most people consume this combination the wrong way, with ultra-processed breads and jams loaded with refined sugar. In this case, the effect is the opposite. Excess sugar accelerates the glycation process, which literally destroys collagen and causes joint stiffness, wrinkles, and even loss of tendon elasticity. It's like trying to rebuild a house with expired cement. That's why, if you love bread with jam and don't want to give it up, the solution lies in the details. Choose a bread with fewer than 5 ingredients, avoid hidden sugars, and go for rustic, naturally fermented versions. As for the jam, the best option is to prepare it at home with fruit and a touch of lemon, or choose a sugar-free version that's high in fiber and naturally preserved. Have you ever made the mistake of thinking you were eating well, but were actually harming your collagen? Tell me in the comments. Your story could open the eyes of many people living the same misunderstanding. And in the next food, we'll reveal one of the most powerful precursors of collagen that the body can absorb, and the most incredible thing is that it might be hiding in your pantry right now, just waiting for a simple preparation to release everything it has to offer. Food 9. Beef liver. It divides opinions, but the effects it has on the body after age 60 are hard to ignore. Beef liver, when prepared correctly and consumed in moderation, can become one of the most powerful foods to activate natural collagen production and strengthen bones and joints. That's because it's one of the richest natural sources of vitamin A, zinc, copper, and vitamin B12 nutrients directly involved in the formation of new collagen fibers and in the regeneration of bone tissue. Let's break it down. Vitamin A regulates the genes that control collagen production and also stimulates osteoblasts, the cells responsible for building bone. Zinc and copper act as enzymatic cofactors, meaning that without them, collagen simply doesn't form correctly. And vitamin B12 is essential for maintaining bone density, protecting nerves, and improving muscle oxygenation, something many seniors gradually lose without noticing. The result? More collagen, stronger bones, firmer tendons, and more resilient muscles, all from a food that is inexpensive and extremely nutritious. But the secret lies in the dosage and preparation. Liver should be well cooked, grilled, or quickly sautéed, never burned or dry, to preserve its nutrients. And the ideal is to consume it only once a week, since excess can overload the body's own liver. And if the flavor is too strong for you, try marinating it in lemon juice with fresh herbs before cooking. This softens the taste and turns the preparation into a more pleasant experience. A portion of 100 grams is enough to offer a real explosion of micronutrients that support your body's foundation. Few people over 60 include liver in their routine, and that's a strategic mistake. If you already feel weak bones, painful joints, or a drop in energy, you might be missing exactly the charger that activates your body's regenerative functions. Now, the most awaited moment has arrived. Food number 10. It is the most surprising. On the list, the easiest of all, And yet, very few people use it the right way. If you've tried everything to regain joint strength, bone firmness, or relieve chronic pain, get ready. The next tip might completely change that. Food 10. Sugar-free gelatin. It appears at children's parties, in old diets, and even on the shelves of light products at the store. But no one told you that this simple dessert can be one of the greatest allies for protecting your joints and bones from the silent wear of time. We're talking about it. Sugar-free gelatin, made from pure powdered or sheet gelatin, not the industrialized versions with dyes and artificial sweeteners. When used correctly, it delivers pure, hydrolyzed collagen in a form the body recognizes, absorbs, and directly uses to rebuild cartilage, tendons, and even ligaments. What makes gelatin so special is its concentration of glycine and proline, essential amino acids for reinforcing existing collagen fibers and stimulating the formation of new structures. And more, because it is light, easy to digest, and neutral. It can be consumed at night, one of the best times for joint recovery. When the body enters deep repair mode during sleep, if you suffer from pain in the knees, ankles, wrists, or back, including a portion of pure gelatin at night can help not only reduce discomfort, but also improve mobility and the natural lubrication of the joints. And all this in a practical way. You can prepare it at home with warm water and add berries, lemon zest, cinnamon, or a splash of natural juice. The smooth texture also helps seniors with chewing difficulties, which makes this dessert a strategic longevity option. But attention, it's important to choose gelatin without artificial coloring, chemical sweeteners, or flavorings. Prefer pure versions, usually sold in plain, flavored packets, or the well-known unflavored collagen powder, which can be mixed with warm liquids. The ideal amount to get real benefits is around 10 grams per day, which equals 1 level tablespoon. And here's an important detail. Most people consume gelatin the wrong way, full of sugar, coloring, and preservatives that actually destroy collagen instead of helping it. When prepared correctly, with natural ingredients, and combined with vitamin C, like orange juice or citrus fruits, you enhance the effect and turn what was once just a harmless treat into a powerful tool for joint reconstruction. Did you already know this? Have you ever used gelatin as an ally for your health, or only as a Sunday dessert? Tell me in the comments, because this simple tip could make a real difference in many people's lives. And tell me, which of these tips are you going to start today? Because in the end, what we really want is to live with lightness, freedom, and less pain. Now, if you're already taking care of your diet, but still feel that your legs are weak or painful, there's something essential that might be missing from your nighttime routine. And the worst part, you might be consuming collagen the wrong way without even knowing it. There's a simple trick used by few people that can reactivate the tissues in your legs while you sleep, but only if done the right way. Click now and discover the decisive detail that might be sabotaging your results without you realizing it.